Good left there by Parker. He kind of surprised Beasley with it.
I don't think Beasley ought to just drop that left hand. Like he got away with it right at the end of round number 1. But as a matter of form, got to get it up right where it is. That's where the jab can come from. Now he can flick that jab. He can keep him honest with that. Set up the right hand if need be. And go straight down the middle with a different angle.
Back with round 3 action after we pause. Show that he's been really hurt.
Well, Parker just showed us a little bit different right there, just bending over at the waist and coming back with that left hand, Jim. And a little quicker on his feet, moving his hands in more of a bob and weave style. He was pretty stationary earlier, and that's the first time in the fight he's done that.
Yeah, feigned the right hand, came up with the left hand and caught Beasley and backed him up.
And moved forward.
Right.
But he needs to get aggressive. He gave away the first 2 rounds for whatever reason.
Led with a right hand there and almost got through, but caught the right hand of Beasley as he led with the right also.
Well, Beasley's got the best jab, no question about it. He can control this fight and dictate the tempo with that jab and work off it.
Not only that, he's using his reach to an advantage in that he's keeping Parker away. Parker's got to get inside that reach to really do the damage, and he's, I think, unwilling to do that at this point because he's been tagged by that left jab. There it is again. Left jab by Beasley keeps Parker away.
Yeah, and he reloaded it very nicely. Parker trying to counter, and there was just no doing. Quicker hands belong to Beasley, and the quicker jab as a result of that, of course. Bang! Right behind the jab. But both hands started up, Jim. This dragging left hand down the left side, it's a style, as you well know, I don't much care for anyway. Beasley started using it. I don't like that right there. You just can't load it up. You're a one-hand fighter from there. Most guys are. Talk about hand speed all you want. It's not the place to have the left hand. There, see?
Parker coming forward, tries to make something happen.
Well, that straight check jab wasn't available, and that's why
because the hand wasn't up and ready to punch.
Exactly. He stopped him with a jab on that exact rush 3 times earlier in the round, dropped the left hand, bingo, the guy can get in.
Well, Thomas Hearns is one of the guys that keeps that left hand down low, and I know you don't like that. There are many guys that have boxing talent.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be one whale of a fighter if you're going to copy Thomas Hearns. Beasley, he's going for the knockout now.
Yeah, he's in control, working to the body too. He's trying to work to the body to get the hands down. Parker has been able to withstand most of the struggle, but there's a big right to the body underneath the left elbow. Inside 30 seconds left to go, round 3.
Well, there's blood coming out of Parker's nose, number 1. Second, he's really thinking about getting rid of that mouthpiece as soon as possible. It's kind of riding out in front of his face, off the teeth. He's got his mouth open. He's having trouble moving. He's having trouble breathing. His wind is about gone. I think he came in out of shape. It was a late ad, as we mentioned, giving him the benefit of that. But nonetheless, he's taking a whipping right now.
And his legs aren't doing him any favors either as the bells.
And
the point about the left hand being down is something that, again, a young fighter like Beasley is going to have to continue to work on, because a guy like Nick Parker, who's out of shape, took the fight late, came in, and because that left hand wasn't available to him on a check jab, Parker's able to get in and score. A good fighter is going to be able to get in and do some damage.
That was a kind of a grazing jab in the middle of the round in the right hand. It didn't really catch him flush, but it did drive Parker back. Beasley moved forward. Good instinct there. Squared himself up in front of the man. And Parker, kind of ducked into him and eliminated further damage. See what he can do with round number 4. Lonnie Beasley working on his 12th pro fight since 1985. A cluster at the beginning, a long layoff, and a cluster since last May of bouts.
Well, we saw him beat Brian Blakely last May, and he's 3-0 since then.
That was his comeback fight, majority decision, so it was relatively close. He's in control of this one.
Scheduled for 6. This is round 4.
He can't quite land that last right hand when he drives Parker to the ropes. He shoved him in there with that series of jabs. What's that, the 3rd time in the fight?
He wants to unload with it. Parker's a little bit too slippery, and he doesn't leave himself open for it.
Parker is still moving straight. That surprises me a little.
And I think as you go deeper into the round, Parker is less able to move because his legs are a little bit tired. Took the fight late, as he told you.
The late round may be an equalizer in terms of Beasley as well.
Beasley now trying to work off a break, goes to work hard to the body. Parker backs out of there. Left hook's out on the gloves. Parker covering up on the ropes. Tried that left hand again down by the hip and up through the middle. Didn't get there this time.
That's a nice combination by Beasley. Snap. Here's the top of that jab. It's a pretty good weapon for him.
Inside a minute to go. Round 4. Scheduled for 6.
Snap again. Keep him off.
Right. Parker tried to make something happen. Threw 3 shots. Came over by the ropes. And Beasley answered.
Beasley's not real crisp right now either. That right was blocked. That was on the forehead.
He's loading up the right hand, left hand way down, wide open for a right hook, but Parker's not the guy that's going to throw it. Not under these circumstances, and Parker now doing a little bit of talking.
If it's not hurting, Parker ought to try and answer. As we mentioned early on, one thing he hasn't done in his career is throw many punches, and he really doesn't attempt very many, Jim. He stands there and catches.
Well,
that's no way to win a fight.
No, and he had a perfect opportunity with Beasley loading up on the right hand. The left hand was down by his knees, and Parker just covered up, and yet Beasley was honestly wide open for a right cross. Parker never threw it.
Well, if you're going to throw 10 attempts in a round and complete, half of them, you're still way behind the other guy. And he just doesn't throw much.
You've got to be busier if you want to win a boxing match with a guy, first of all, in his hometown, Lonnie Beasley, and Parker is just not throwing any shots.
That was a block.
Look at the right hand. Look where the right hand could be if he wants to. The left hand was way low. Parker just says nope.
And then catches some more.
Right, I'll cover up.
I'm just going to stand here and wait until you hurt me. Don't worry, I probably won't try and hit you much.
Scheduled to go 6. This is round 5. It's going to have to be a knockout or knock down a couple of them for Nick Parker to salvage this fight, because he has lost all 4 previous rounds. Unless he's saving something, Lonnie.